At this point, I've coordinated 3 TFPA workshops throughout the nation, one in Albuquerque, one in Spokane, and now here in Sacramento, California. So there's characteristics of the collaborative process in successful TFPA projects that kind of range through all of them. And those characteristics are not isolated to TFPA projects. They could definitely be expanded to other partners and other types of projects. And those characteristics include commitment to resource management, to looking at the landscape, to protecting resources for both tribes and the forest, identifying priorities that both groups share. That's nothing new to TFPA. That's a collaborative process. Where are common interests? It's a standard procedure in interest-based negotiation. The other aspects of it are recognizing the value of partnership to bring in resources, capacity, funding, jurisdiction. These are things that are not isolated to tribes or Forest Service, and so they lend themselves very well to bringing in partners like state, nonprofits, consortiums, business people. So one thing we've realized in doing these TFPA workshops, the intent for these workshops is to expand the scope and scale of restoration work, and that's part of it. We're also looking to expand the use of TFPA, but we're not limited to TFPA. We've discovered that many of these projects, TFPA might not be the right tool. There might be tools that look like TFPA. What's important is that collaborative process between tribes and Forest Service, the dialogue, the identification of priorities, the sharing of interests and resources. And that lends itself to a variety of different processes and programs that run the gambit of USDA, Forest Service, BIA. So the collaborative process that we outline in these workshops isn't just for TFPA. It's really about focusing on the parties, getting them together, having a dialogue, and starting the relationship building that makes these TFPA projects a success before they even sit down and write the proposal. My advice for tribes, Forest Service, and anyone else who's looking at a TFPA project on what may work or may not work is, number one, you have to be committed. You have to be committed to working together, you have to be committed to putting the time in, and you have to be committed to identifying ways to improve the landscape, to do the restoration work you want. Nobody goes into this work for anything other than an interest in protecting the resources, to improving the health of the environment, to improving the health of the forest, to protecting tribal resources and cultural history and priorities and gathering places. These are all things that folks have a commitment to. They just need to find where they have a connection in terms of where they can get the work done on the ground that meets both those interests.